What's up, everybody? This is Rob Shack. So today we're doing another video in my Gran Turismo 3 Like the Wind series. This is a subscriber request from Gary. Thanks for the suggestion. Using the XJ220 race car against the Arda, the Casual Supra, the Viper, the Esperante, and the GT1. This race was actually pretty hilarious. There was a lot of pit glitches, and I managed to ruin the GT1's race by accident. You'll see. I'll get to it. It's pretty funny though. It's around lap 8. It's lap 8, and then the Viper obviously can't pit sometimes, so he struggles and ruins his race as well. So it's pretty great. Thank y'all for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Help me get to 1,000 subs. It's the dream. That's the whole goal for the end of the year. So help me get there. Thank y'all so much for the support. As of right now, 15% of people who watch my videos are subbed. So I think if most people would subscribe, that would just solve that problem, but I don't know, no worries. Yeah, so this is a hilarious race. Jaguar XJ220, it's a great car. Not quite the top speed potential as other cars, but it's very fast and looks good and sounds great, and it's just a good car overall. Good handling too. I used the Viper to catch up to the GT1 since he got a huge head start on us, and then we have some fun just kind of drafting him. Then we are in the lead, and then the Viper and the GT1 both mess up their pit situations, and it's pretty hilarious. So, yeah, it's just great. Like the Wind is such a fun race. For being literally a circle, it's pretty funny how things can be somehow interesting on such a simple, course. Literally a circle. So, the Jaguar's good at drafting off the Viper, especially on turns, because the Viper slows down so much on the corners. So I'm able to really get close to him. I've done this a few times, but the challenge of getting past the GT1 or having both of them in the same race is that my XJ220 kind of has not the best top speed. I had set it up a different way than I probably should have, and I was too lazy to switch it and make it better. So I had to basically be strategic when I could bump draft the Viper towards the GT1. If the Viper caught up to the GT1 on the straightaway, I would lose the Viper because he would get too fast and I couldn't catch up to him. So I had to make sure that we caught up to the GT1 on a corner like this. So now we have a three-way battle here for first. It lasts for a while. It lasts until the Viper messes up the pit, and then eventually he does well and he gets back into second. So yeah, it's just a great race overall. Very much enjoying it. This game is great. I mean, it's replayable to such a huge extent. It's funny to think about playing this game for so long. This game is 20 years old, which is nuts. So, and you can check out my video on that I made. I made a video about the 20th birthday of this game this year, so that's crazy. But a lot of fun to play. Slow, kind of technically a three-way battle here for first. GT1 is slowly getting further behind just because he's reliant on our draft, and his top speed is a little bit lower than mine. But then, yeah, I use the Viper. My top speed on this Jaguar is 257 with draft. It's about 237 on the straights without draft, which is pretty good. Not as good as the other two cars, which is why I'm using the draft a lot. Obviously, we have the Panos, who's very fast, but not quite as fast as us. And then the Castrol, which is decent. And then the Arda, which kind of sucks, but is still pretty good given the lineup of cars in this round, or in this game, on this course. I mean, it's better than like 5 other cars, so that's pretty good. I think the Arda is technically like the middle tier car for this game, or for this series. So, yeah. Yeah, this is a subscriber thing for Gary. I appreciate people giving suggestions of things they want to see, obviously within reason. If someone said, do the mini on the Like the Wind race, I'd be like, I mean, I'll do that, but I'm not going to win. Like, I'll drive it for 5 laps and then quit. Something like that. But, yeah. So I actually ended up losing the Viper here in his draft because he's just too fast. So I ended up sticking with the GT1 for a while, and that's where you'll see where the GT1's pit fail comes into play. I have something to do with it. I didn't mean to do this to him, and you'll see it when we get there. It's pretty hilarious. It is, again, lap 8, so if you want to skip through, just go to lap 8 and you'll see what happens. It's pretty hilarious, and then his race is completely ruined. And then the Viper obviously struggles to pit because he goes in too fast, and if he starts in 5th, very often he will miss his little pit stop spot, if that's what you call it. Wherever he's supposed to pull into an imaginary jack with, lifts his car up and then he starts to pit. He misses that a lot if he starts in 5th, just because it's right, it's one of the first lanes in the pit lane. It's one of the first little stops. So he's able to miss his pit all the time. There's not enough cars that are slow in this race to keep me close to the Viper, unless he pits, obviously, and he is going to pit way before the GT1 and I do. I try to mess with the GT1 a little bit. I try to get the wall glitch on him, but I don't think it works. I think I tried a couple times, but the GT1 obviously has really good handling, so when you push him out of the little ghost lane they always travel on, he gets right back on it really quickly and is able to do that successfully. So, yeah. GT1's good though. Uses draft a lot to make to keep me viable in this race, because the GT1 is much harder to. The GT1 is the harder car to beat of the two for sure. He's absolutely insane. So, yeah, it's just pretty crazy. But it's a lot of fun. And yeah, we have the Panos. He's just chilling in 4th, completely alone. And then we have the Castrol Tom Supra just chilling in 5th, and the Arda just chilling in 6th. All of them are very far away from each other and from us. So here's where the hilarity begins with the Viper. Tries to hit the pit, and you'll see what happens. And there he goes. Completely missing it. What's funny to notice is that if he does only one solid break when he goes into the pit, that's what he does. He'll miss it. If he does the double break where he breaks a little early and then breaks more, that's when he actually makes his pit stop. But I don't know what makes him do that versus not do that, but he tends to struggle with the pit if he is expected to actually go in there and break in one sitting like everybody else. I don't know. Again, I don't know what makes him do that. It's pretty funny. But, yeah, it's just a great race overall. So, I have a good time with it. Maybe I'll edit some of this out because it's just a long video, and I'll keep it going. But, yeah, it's just fun. This is just a fun game to play. The, Epic Race series I do is one of my favorite things I do, but Like the Wind is kind of what got me bigger on YouTube with regards to being a Gran Turismo 3 YouTuber. I've now kind of broadened into a bunch of different other parts of video games, classic games, fun games. I play some Gran Turismo 4 and 6, and then I also play Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors, Call of Duty, Halo. I did play Overwatch for a while, but I kind of stopped doing that. I'll come back to that at some point. But, yeah, these are just kind of the things I do. Still trying to mess with the GT1, but it's epically failing. It's a lot of fun, though. This game is just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to play. So, here goes the Viper again. See if he makes it into the pit. Because it's funny, you can tell when he doesn't make it because he's only like 10 seconds behind instead of the full 25 or however long it takes to pit. So I was like, that's odd. So then I noticed that he had not made it. And then let's see if he does it again. And this time he makes it. Again, he did that double break right beforehand, so that's what helps him. But still, again, it's very rare that he makes it into the pit on the first try when he starts in 5th. It's not surprising at all. If you want an advantage against the Viper, that's one way to do it. Just start him in 5th. Keep restarting the race until he starts in 5th, and then that'll be your way to make that a little bit easier for you as the player. If you want to struggle with this race, race the GT1 because he's really hard to beat. He just never pits, and then he is he's fast, very fast out of the pit too. The Viper obviously is very slow out of the pit. I mean, look at how the Panos is right behind him now. That's always kind of entertaining when the Panos gets close to the Viper because of the fact that the Panos hasn't pitted yet. I find that stuff to be very interesting. And I actually need to see this. So when the GT1 glitches out, you'll see when he just totally falls apart and plunders this whole race because he gets stuck. And it's kind of my fault. You'll see. which you'll see. I want to see how close the Esperante is to passing him at that point, because the Esperante is going to pit before the GT1, so I wonder how close they'll be. But yeah, I'm still just using the GT1 as my punching ground to kind of get extra speed. I try to basically be right behind him, and then try to pull out around him right when he hits his top speed. It's a challenge, but I think I can generally do it. Because then you obviously get a huge advantage. You start going like 10 miles an hour faster than him in a moment. That type of stuff is like just little tidbits of information to get you a little bit faster. Yeah, I don't know if that's the most important. The GT1 starts to get hard to control, obviously, when you have one red tire, because then your car is always fading to the right. It's really annoying. And then once all 4 tires turn red, then you actually kind of get back your handling again. It's pretty funny that that's how that works. It's probably not accurate in life, but I find it hilarious. Alright, one more lap, and then y'all will see the GT1's hilarious pit situation that he goes into. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do right there. So yeah, I get him to hit his top speed, and then I pass him. So now I'm going his top speed, generally, and then he just keeps going. He keeps max revving and then falling back down. That's basically what you can do to kind of hold a lead over somebody on a straightaway for a little bit. If you are trying to beat the GT1 and you have a car that has around the same top speed as him, just get right in front of him and make him hit his max speed, and then he won't pass you. Little advice. And then yeah, obviously I'm still trying to keep up with him. I'm kind of messing with him a little bit since the Viper missed his pit lane. I was like, I think I can afford to do this. And yeah, here it goes. So I try to go around him, and then he pushes me. He pushes me into the pit. I wasn't wanting to pit, even though I was red tires. I was trying to not pit. But then the GT1 ends up hitting the wall, and then is just sitting here. He just sits here for a while, just revving forward, never reversing. We've still got the Viper and the Esperante are coming towards him. And inevitably the Casual Tom Supra will come too. But he just sits here for a very long time. And it's pretty hilarious, honestly. I was not expecting him to do this. I kind of was like trying to go around his inside, and I thought he wasn't going to pit yet. I thought he pitted on the 8th lap, not the 7th. But apparently he pitted on the 7th lap this race. And so I was just kind of going to pass him on the inside and then, you know, try to push him into the wall on the straightaway again. But then he starts to cut inward, and I didn't actually know the Esperante ran into him. I'm so surprised that the GT1 didn't get out of the wall glitch when the Esperante freaking hit him. That was hilarious. So now we have the Esperante has passed him and also has pitted, which is good for the Esperante. The Casual Toms is coming up on him. I'm actually very curious if the Casual Tom Supra will pass him just for a moment. Will that pass pull off in the meantime? I mean, the GT1 is doing this. Now he's... Oh, he tried to use the reverse. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. I don't know what he's doing. Alright, there he goes. Okay, so he does go into the pit. Let's see if Esperante now is way ahead of him. Let's see if the Casual Toms can get back in front of him. I'm assuming he will. Yeah, he's definitely going to. So, that's just one of my favorite things that's happened in a while. The Viper glitched and missed his pit lane, and then the GT1 tried to pit, and I blocked him by accident, and then he got hit by the wall, and then the Esperante kind of jarred him loose, which was annoying, because I think he would have been stuck there forever. If the Esperante hadn't hit him, I think he would have literally been stuck there forever. And then I would have seen the GT1 get 6th in a race, which I think I've never seen before. So that might be a new little thing I can try to do in this channel, is kind of get the GT1 to lose to everybody by getting him stuck on the pit wall. But it was pretty funny. It's funny to see that. So yeah, that'll be all that I say. Thank y'all for watching. Enjoy the rest of the race. It's a fun one. We'll see how it goes. Peace.